one day benefit from, you know. So I just try to keep that in mind with myself too. Like, you know, wherever I can help out, that's why I want to help out. If I could be of service, I'm gonna be of service, you know.
You have to have resources.
Yes.
That's going out. But yeah, he was just talking about, I don't even remember what he was talking about today, but people not being helpful and this and that. Like, nobody doesn't owe you anything. The minute you learn that, absorb it, act on it, and realize nobody owes you anything. So if you want something, you have to get it. You have to work for somebody until you get it. And then use that money that you manifested by exchanging energy for working for somebody to invest in yourself. Period. And you budget. And you make sure you know you have enough for everything. You have enough for everything. So all of this bibbity boop bop stuff he's talking, can't relate. But so yeah, I mean I can relate. I said that several times. But back to my story. So we ended up moving out from with that lady, and we moved in with my grandfather. And my grandfather was just, he's the best. Like, he's so loving and so carefree and open, and he doesn't care. He's like, y'all can live here forever. But I'll get into that story of why we couldn't live there forever. So, you know, we were living with Granddad, and we were still in La La Land. Like, we didn't even get a job right away. No. I wasn't working. I hadn't worked in a while anyway. You know, besides doing my shows and my jewelry and stuff like that. But, sorry, I'm making sure I'm filling orders at the same time. So, I wasn't really, working anyway. But my husband had found a apprenticeship. He was working for one of our sisters in the community in Cleveland. He was working for her, mushroom business. And this is how, like, unattached we were trying to be for money. Like, he wasn't even working for money. Mind you, I was pregnant. Like, looking back, that's just like, what were y'all thinking? Like, we weren't. We were not. And, so, yeah, he was, you know, working for her or whatever, learning the business, learning how to grow and stuff like that. And we're still steady going to our midwife appointments. Like, at this point, I had started back eating meat. When you get pregnant, you start back eating meat. Period. Point blank. The end. So, I take y'all with me. So I had, you know, started back eating meat or whatever, and I was still going to my appointments, and basically I was so sick. Like, I was so skinny. I was looking like Aya, literally. If y'all don't know Aya, just look her up. Carbonation, you know, the by nature people. And, so I was looking like her, and I was pregnant. Just couldn't keep anything down, and that's where I got my my chia lime water addiction. So there's children. My husband is gonna get them. I hear him calling. So, yeah, I'm still going to my appointments or whatever. Like, I'm going to my midwife appointments. Like, I wasn't seeing, like, so I hadn't even got, like, an ultrasound. Like, I was trying to be as natural as possible and stuff like that. So, I go to my midwife appointments, you know, they check the heartbeats, stuff like that, but it's just like no ultrasounds. And it was so cool. It was a group appointment, so it was like a group of pregnant women. I don't know about how many, but yeah, we were there and we were just sharing our story together and being pregnant together, and it was cool. That was cool. I like that. So when I was about 5 months, they, you know, I had to go get my ultrasound. That's about the time because you find out the sex of the baby. So y'all, I go to get my ultrasound. Lay down, mind you, I'm 5 months. This is my first ultrasound. So the lady, she literally puts the thing, I don't know what it's called. She puts the thing on my stomach, and she's like, "Oh wow, do twins run in your family?" Like, no. Like, no, why? What you mean? Like, girl, don't be playing. Nobody got time for your games. What you asking for? So, yeah, we found out it was twins, and we just got this flood of emotions, and I just could not believe it. Like, I was just blown away. And she found out the sex, and they were both girls. It was like, that was a beautiful, beautiful time. Like, that was dope. Like, I was just so in shock. I was not expecting that. Like, I was not expecting that. And it was so funny because I had put a post on Instagram and Facebook, like, yeah, we're going to find out the sex of the baby today, da 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 da. So we had went to Target, and we had got them some onesies. We had got 2 onesies. And Roman had posted, and it was like, so it's 2 girls. Like, everybody was like, what? Like, some people didn't even know. Like, my cousin saw that, and then he called me. He's like, wait, you having twins? We having twins? And, like, everybody was so excited. Like, it was crazy. Like, I was just like... But the crazy part about it was, like, I told you I was really, really skinny. Like, I am skinny. Hell, I'm still skinny now. So I was skinnier than this. Like, you can see my collarbone worse than this. All these bones, you can see them more than that. So, like, I was just sick as hell. Like, eating whatever I wanted. Eating burgers and everything. Like, yes, I want it all. So, I was just getting really big, really fast. And my aunt and my close friend at the time, like, they were just like, yeah, man. I'm like, this better not be twins, because I'm just getting really big, really fast. And girl, it was twins, honey. Twins. I got twins. So, they were due November 4th. And that definitely kicked shit into overdrive. Like, we can't be hippies. We can't be hippies no more. Like, you can't be hippies with 2 kids. Like, we was already doing too much being pregnant and not working. Like, that was just crazy. But the fact that we found out we was about to have 3, and they were due November 4th. I think that's that's Libra season, right? Yeah. November 4th, because they're born... No. That's Scorpio season. So I was just like, oh my God, I'm having Scorpios, da-da-da-da-da-da. And, so the next day, like, literally, that's what I'm saying. Like, with kids, and I guess that's the difference. Like, we were having... The difference between 2 and 3, like, kicked us in the overdrive. But 1 should kick you in the overdrive, because you don't want your kid to be homeless. Like... I don't care how much in nature y'all want to connect to. Y'all don't have to live in a tent every day. If you want to go camping every weekend, do that. But you don't need to live in a tent. Like, that is, I don't think that's realistic. Like, that's not the society we live in anymore. Like, it's, like, no, it's not the 17 fucking hundreds. Like, y'all don't have to live. Y'all don't, no, this guy lied to you. I get that you want to connect with nature. You can connect with nature and live in a house. You know what I'm saying? Like, cut this whole tent movement out. Like, stop making a plan to be homeless because somebody on the internet who gets money every month told y'all it was the move. Like, no, let it go. Let it go. So, yeah. Because Rambo just pissed me off. Because it's just like, people don't want to connect to nature. And people don't want to connect to nature. And blah, blah, blah. You know, we need to get back to nature. Like, y'all can get back to nature without living in a tent with your baby. That is not safe at all. Okay? Anybody can walk up into your tent. Like, you got to think realistically with your baby. Your baby can open the damn tent and crawl his ass out. Your baby can open the tent and run his ass out when he gets older. Like, have a bigger plan than living in a tent with your children. Even carbonation is not living in tents. When the last time they slept in them damn tents? So, yeah. So we found out it was twins, and, you know, he started back working right away. He was still working for the lady with the mushrooms, but, you know, he started working for a little bit of pay. He got his job or whatever, and we made the plan. Granddad was willing to let us stay. He was like, y'all can stay as long as y'all want. And mind you, he living in a 3-bedroom apartment. We're a family of 5, and my aunt was living there too. So, 7 people living in a 3-bedroom apartment? No, that's against my nature. I need grass. I need grass, okay? Which my success story, we're gonna get to that. I got my grass down. You know, like, you can live that life, okay? You can live in a tent. You can sleep in a tent. You can sleep in a tent, but you still need a house. How about that? Same way y'all do at carbonation. You can sleep in a tent, go outside, sleep in a tent, and go back to your house. Like, they just want to be goddamn Tarzan so bad. Like, no, y'all are not Tarzan. Like, no. Y'all are not Tarzan. Like, damn. Shit. Like, so, yeah, so we didn't want to live in an apartment. So we made we talked to my grandmother, and she said that we can move in with her. She had a house with a huge yard. So, so we talked to my grandmother. She had all the land and, you know, space that we could need. She had, plus she had a basement or whatever. So we were going to make that work. And, so we went to go live with my grandma. Well, no. So it was like, everything was working out perfectly. So Babe went back to work. He got a job literally the next day. Once we found out those twins, the next day he went and got a job at a restaurant, which that's where we met. Like, we met in the restaurant industry. So that's what we're most comfortable with. And, just got another order. Woo! Excuse me. So, yeah, he went back to work at the restaurant. He was still helping, the lady out with her mushroom business or whatever, so that's what we were doing. And he had a plan. The plan was to save all the money or whatever, and his plan was to save all of his money while working because Granddad wasn't charging us rent. Woo. And we would save that until, you know, we need to get a car, because we had a little bitty like Toyota, one of those really small, like 95 Toyotas. Like, my big pregnant with twin ass, like, by the time we got to the end, I was so sick of that car. I was just like, this car is too low to the ground. I'm 5'7", and I would have to be like, my belly was this fucking big. I was pregnant with twins. So, like, climbing in and out of that car was a job in itself. I was just like, this is not going to work. And plus, 2 more car seats wasn't going to fit in there anyway. So our plan was to, you know, get a van or get it like a bigger, much bigger car. And then move in with my grandmother and, you know, be happily ever after. That was our plan. But that's only because, like, you limit yourself when you join. Some people limit themselves. I hate projecting. When you join this community and you say that you don't need anything, all you need is nature and, you don't need furniture, you don't need this, you don't need that, and blah, blah, blah. And all these people on the internet are telling you that that's all you need too. So you're just like, okay, yeah, like this, we're gonna make this work. So you limit the possibilities to what you can do. Like, we live in an abundant universe, and I want to enjoy all the abundance it has to offer. Like, I don't want to be poor, I don't want to be struggling, I don't want to be not knowing where I'm going to sleep, and I don't want that, especially for my children. Like, I want to live my best fucking life. I want to travel anywhere I want to be. I don't want to be trapped in a prison in carbonation, talking about it's heaven. I want to do whatever I want to do. I want a vacation and live in a vacation. I want to live where I'm going to vacation forever. Like, I want my home to be my vacation home. Like, I want my life to be a vacation. And I still want to travel the whole world, because this is an abundant universe. Like, these conspiracy theorists and everybody, like, they try to make you think, like, the world is ending tomorrow. You have to be worried about everything. And da-da-da. Like, no. Absolutely not. You're limiting yourself. I live in the most abundant place in the world. That's where I live. That's what I have access to. And I'm going to enjoy and explore all of it. And I'm going to be able to afford to do it. I'm not going to do it struggling. I'm going to do it lavishly and ravishly, motherfucker. Fancy as hell. Because I'm a fancy-ass Libra rising. And that's what it is. Fuck that poor shit. Fuck that shit. So, what was I saying? So yeah, basically, you know, I was just saying that you limit yourself or whatever. So anyway, we had, it was November 28th. I think it was November 28th. I remember the date for a reason, so I'm getting there. So it was November 28th, and, they had found a van or whatever. It was a really nice, I want to say, we got a 2005 now. We had a 95. Like, we go up. Every time we get a new car, we go up some years. That's goals, baby. That's goals, baby. You got to work. You have to make small goals and work on them. Like, you know, like, just move up. Like, elevate yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, because when we first moved to Cleveland, my grandfather, God rest his soul, I love you, he had gave us, I don't want to be, like, exaggerating, but I'm going to just say, like, a 93, like, Astro van. Like, and then from there, we got our 95 Toyota, and then, November 28th, we got a 2000 van. It was a Honda van, and it had automatic doors, big baby. Like, what? We had no automatic doors and windows. We had automatic windows before. But yeah, that van was lit. Like, and it was only $1,500. Like, that was a blessing within itself. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're gonna get blessings, but you're gonna have to pay for it. Like, you have to exchange energy everywhere you go. Like, you can't just be like, oh, we should just share with each other, because frequency is currency and whatever the fuck they be talking about. Like when Brother Polite and Nature Boy had got in that debate, and Brother Polite said that God was his money, and Nature Boy was some other bullshit, talking some crazy shit that didn't make sense, that Brother Polite fucking debunked. So yeah, so yeah, like, you know, you just have to make small goals and work up. So that was a goal. Like, we went from a 95 to a 2000, and we only paid $1,500 for it, and it was a really nice van. It was a Honda Odyssey. So literally the next day, now mind you, this was November 28th, so I wasn't due until this is September 28th. I'm not due until November 4th, so I guess that's like 8 to 9 months, or, you know, the pregnancy is 40 weeks, so that's technically 10 months, so I was 35 weeks. I'll say that, that's better. I was 35 weeks, and the day is November 29th at this point, and my stomach is getting a little tight. Like, a little tight, but I'm 35 weeks, so I'm not worried about anything. Like, I'm very optimistic in life. Like, I'm very optimistic, and I see the best in people, like, right away, until they let me down. Like, to a certain extent. Like, if my intuition tells me, like, gives me bad vibes, or if I see something that you do, then, you know, I'm going to keep my distance. But other than that, like, when I first meet you, I meet you with a pure heart, a pure mind, and I assume that you're the same way. I don't know. It's a gift and a curse. And, so, yeah. So, I'm getting, like, my stomach is getting, tighter, and I'm just like, I ain't think nothing of it. So, I don't even know what time that was. So then I go to bed, and so this is November 29th, yeah. So I go to bed, and I wake up that night. I wake up to pee, because I'm pregnant with twins, so I wake up to pee like 4 times a night. So I had literally just woke up to pee, and I go back to sleep. Like, it's like sleepwalking. Like, pregnant women know, you just, I gotta pee. Like, and you walk back to bed, like, you know, a few times a night. Multiple times a night. So I had literally just went to pee, and maybe I'll be nice and say an hour passed, but it might have been like 30 minutes. And all of this liquid just starts coming out, and I'm just like, am I peeing on myself? I'm like, what the? I'm like, babe, I think I'm peeing on myself. And he's like, what? And I'm like, my water's breaking, because it wouldn't stop leaking. I'm like, my water's broken. He's like, what? So we had just moved into my grandma's house. Like, we hadn't even moved in yet. We hadn't even got all our stuff. We had just started staying there. Because, you know, our room and stuff was, for the most part, set up. So we hadn't, mind you, we're 35 weeks, too. So we were literally just, like, staying there. We hadn't technically moved in. So, my water breaks. And my grandmother, she was still up for some reason. Like, she'd be staying up all night sometimes. And I was like, Nanny, like, I'm walking with a towel between my legs. I'm like, Nanny, my water broke. She's like, what? Like, she started freaking out. I'm like, can you sew my caftans? Because I'm in the mind frame. My water breaks, and I'm in the mind frame that I'm about to give birth to these babies. The doctors had already told me to expect that I will be giving birth. So, you know, that the possibility for twins to come is high. Like, that's why I had to switch from I didn't even say that. I had to switch from the midwife to a high-risk doctor at that same hospital where I got the ultrasound, because when you're pregnant with twins, they want to give you an ultrasound, you know. I mean, not they want to give you an ultrasound. They do want to give you an ultrasound frequently, but you have to see a high-risk doctor. So, you know, they told me, like, twins normally come between 35 and 37 weeks, and I'm just like, and that's what I was saying about, I'm very optimistic, so I'm like, I'll be fine. I'm going to 40 weeks. I don't got nothing to worry about, blah, blah, blah. Poor little thing. I just knew everything. Like, and this is, what, 3 years ago? So I'm 28, so 25. 25. That's what I'm saying, like, with Velvet and stuff like that. Like, she's so young. Like, she's gonna wake up. She's gonna wake up. She's already waking up. Like, once you become a mother, that unleashes one layer. But once you really delve into motherhood, all kind of doors and windows and traumas and shit be unlocking, and you can't ignore it. It ain't something you can ignore. Clearly, hence what the hell is going on over there now. And so they're telling me the possibility that the baby's gonna be born. So I think I had washed their clothes and stuff, like, or I don't even know if we had clothes. I think we had, like, we did have their going home outfits. I'm 35 weeks. So I go, and no, I don't go. So I asked my grandma, like, Nanny, can you sew my caftans? That's what I was telling her, because I wanted to, I'm going to be breastfeeding at the hospital, because I'm about to go have my babies. Like, the last time I gave birth, I had my babies. So I'm like, can you sew my caftans? And she's like, okay. So then I asked my husband to make me some shrimp and grits. Mind you, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. My water broke. I'm having contractions. But I'm just like, my plan was, before I knew it was twins, my plan was to have a home birth. So those plans don't be meaning shit, bro. Those plans don't Shit, like, still making the plans. But be open to adjustments. Don't be a damn tourist. And be unwavering with your plans. Because anything can happen. So, I was like, okay, well, I called my doula. Shout out to Imani. And, I was like, yeah, my water broke. She was like, okay, I'm going to meet you at the hospital. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to hang out here. And she was like, you're going to hang out? I'm like, yeah. So, I called the midwife who I was seeing first. Because I know they would be more open to, like, natural options and laboring at home and stuff like that. Because I wanted to stay home as long as possible. So I called, and they were like, no, you need to go in right now. They was like, your water broke? It's like, you need to go in right now. I'm like, the midwife told me that, not the high-risk doctor. Because, you know, different set of beliefs. So if she tells me that I need to go to the hospital, then I'm like, okay, I'll take her word for it. So, I go, so at that point, the contractions are kicking in. I'm like, if we going, we going. Like, let's go now, because this shit hurts. And my grandfather, R.I.P., I'm going to try not to cry. My grandfather hopped up, mind you, not the one we were living with, my other grandfather. He hopped up 5, 6 in the morning. He came over or whatever to help with my son. And, yeah, guys, I'm crying. He came over to help with my son, and I hopped in the car with my grandma, and I thought that I was going to be in labor for a while, so I told my husband to go get our cat, because my cat was still at my granddad's house, because we were like still in transition. We weren't moving. We had just fell asleep, basically. Like, we hadn't moved, so my cat was still at granddad's house, but he don't like cats. He let us move her in. Thank you, granddad. But he don't like cats. So I was like, just go get the cat and take her to Nanny's house and then come to the hospital, you know, whatever. Like, just crazy. Like, you just really see stuff going this way, and then it doesn't go that way. And you're just like, what the fuck was I even thinking about? Like, straight up. So, I'm gonna go. Oh, actually, I can do this right here. Just packaging orders. Thank you guys for hanging out with me while I package. So, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need more of these soon. Yeah, so granddad, so my grandfather, he gets my son. I ride with my nanny, with my grandma, and then my husband goes to get the cat and drop her off. And so we get to the hospital, and at this point, my grandfather, he found a wheelchair or whatever. Like, I'm in pain. Like, I'm just like, okay, I don't want to go natural no more. I want the trucks. Fuck that natural shit. That's like, so, my grandfather found me a wheelchair. We get there or whatever. And I'm like, y'all just need to hurry up. Whatever y'all gonna do, y'all need to hurry up. Ultrasound, let's get it. Hurry up. Put the shit on my stomach. Like, let's go. So we can get this plan together. So, they give me an ultrasound or whatever, and they see that baby B? Yeah, baby B was breech, which is Zinnia now. So baby B was breech, so I was like, okay, we're gonna have to do a C-section, which I'm open to, like, you know, not doing that, but at that moment I was not. Like, I see why, you know, twin moms would, you know, want to deliver. I think, actually, I know somebody on Instagram who did deliver, because she didn't know she was having twins either, because, you know, a lot of the natural community, they don't get freaking ultrasounds, so, you know, like, they don't really believe in it, which now I can see the balance why you need to, you know, have a balance of both, because you can be pregnant with twins and not know it. So, yeah, so baby B was breached. I was like, okay, we're doing a C-section. Let's get the medicine in here. Let's get this together. And mind you, I'm not even registering the fact that my husband is not here yet, because he went to go get the cat. shit mayonnaise, but I need to come in with these boxes and I'm running low. So, yeah, he went to go get the cat. And, you know, basically I went into labor. Like, we couldn't wait. It was like, okay, we have to go now. And I'm just like, okay, we gotta go now. And, so, yeah, I delivered the babies or whatever by C-section. And it was really scary because, like, I just wasn't prepared for the